You got to turn on the microphones when this one, huh? All right, we're back. My name is Tim Emerose. I'm the host for the No Cover Podcast. I guess that's what we call this. And we are in studio with Undrgrnd Magazine. What's up, fellas? How are you?
Yo, how's it going?
We're good, man. Tell us. There's a lot of people who have seen this around. We've seen this popping up, and I want to know what it's about. What is this? What is Undrgrnd Magazine?
So honestly, Undrgrnd Magazine it's a magazine, physical copy, just like you guys.
Hold on, what's your name? Sorry.
Andrew. I'm Andrew Mason.
I'm Michael Povsky.
There you go.
A.K.A. Povsky.
And basically the magazine is a hip-hop magazine, is really the roots of it, even though we branch into other genres. It's a hip-hop magazine that covers 805 artists, and that's everybody from Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks, kind of the southern tip of the 805, all the way to people up in near San Luis Obispo, Santa Maria, and it just uncovers the depths of the underground rap scene that we have here in the 805.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was basically an artist on the first issue. So Andrew had came to me with the idea. He went to school at Boston University for journalism, graduated, kind of came up with this idea. He wanted to do it. Came to me with the whole plan, like the type of paper he wanted, just everything already mapped out. Said he wanted me to be involved. So, I was an artist featured on there, and I kind of helped him do the show where we did like a release event experience for the magazine, and that's kind of how we sell them and get them out there. So that was kind of my involvement on the business side. And now him and I have teamed up as business partners and made our second issue. Our third issue is on the way right now. So yeah.
What is who's on the second issue?
So on the second issue, it's right here. We got people that you're familiar with, like Jamie. We know that you've had Jamie in your magazine. We got somebody all the way from Santa Maria, Bobby Binfresh. He's the homie. He's right there in red in the middle. We got a lot of dope people out here in Oxnard. OG David James, Leo DeFool. We got really a lot of young people, really.
This one was all 805 based, of course.
What does third issue look like?
So the third issue is we're kind of branching out a little bit now. Like we finally hired another writer on the team to help me do the writing aspect of things. Hopefully we can speed things up. It's going to be a little bigger. Like our first magazine was 28 pages. This one, the second, is 40. This next one's going to be even bigger. And we finally have some non-805 people featured in the magazine. We're branching out to LA, the Valley. We have some dude from Nigeria on this next one.
Kind of a mix-up for the first time, like instead of just one city specific.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah. I like that. So what is the concept for the magazine?
So basically, like how we do it, the actual content of inside the magazine is like basically every artist that's involved has their own like 2-page spread, right? So the goal is these are all people, hopefully a reader has never heard of any of them, and they open a page and they get to read about them, how they started, stuff like that, their favorite like musical influences, things like that just help kind of build the character around that person. And then the magazine is kind of filtered with other articles that I've written just about the scene, like painters in the scene or promoters, things like that. Really, like, because kind of how I always put it to Michael and to people is like, I don't make music myself, and I went to school not in the 805. When I came back just like a year and a half ago, I really was finally introduced to this 805 rap scene, and like it really is like a story to me, and all these rappers and producers, all these people are like characters in the scene. And so that's kind of how I try to paint it, is like these are characters in this up and coming scene. They may not be the most poppin' people in the world, but they're very interesting to read about.
Mm-hmm. And then even to kind of expand on that, this magazine, it's more than just a magazine. It's now becoming a record label. It's becoming a platform. We do events. It's, a podcast that we're starting as well. So it's like becoming just really a community and a platform for the city, and now expanding to different cities and even states and stuff like that. And it's becoming a lot of different things, creating a lot of opportunities for people that we're bringing on the team. Like he said, other writers and other people to help me kind of find artists, because that's kind of the role that I play is, helping to find the artists and doing more of the music stuff, where he does more of the writing and more of the like editorial and media stuff like that.
And that's real important. Like what you guys are doing is building. Like we're in a spot in society where we are. You either gonna put your shit out there and it's gonna go skyrocket, or you have to build your shit ground roots. And by you guys took it into your own hands. Like, you know what? I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a scene for me, and and you guys are doing it. You know what I mean? You're making a platform. You're joining a community, and it's fucking beautiful, dude.
Thank
You guys ought to be
Great,
fucking really proud of yourselves.
Thank you, brother. Yeah.
That's the only way to do it, man. You know, my whole shit was like, oh, I want to be on radio, right? So guess what? They didn't want to give me no love. So I just went on a fucking tear. I did pirate radio, talked a bunch of shit, just fucking gangs of shit. Everyone that told me no, fuck you. It was just me telling how much they suck and fuck off for my 2-hour shift on pirate radio. Then we got shut down by the FCC. Then it made me even more mad, right?
But
So
more
I'm like,
hungry too.
so I'm like, all right, you motherfuckers. So I just angry fucking kid that just full of anger, fucking the world, like fuck the world.
Like, how long ago was this?
This,
Damn.
I was,
It was like 8 years ago. 8 years.
Yeah.
Almost 8 years ago.
2008
Yeah.
is when my whole journey started. Yo, I had to leave the military.
Oh wow.
I had to leave the military because I had a kid, right? I got you.
Thanks, brother. I mean, interrupt.
We like to accommodate our guests here at the No Cover
Thank you,
TV.
brother.
All right, so we end up having. So I leave the military because I had a kid. It's hard to be a dad, you know what I mean, when you're in the service, and especially hard to be a dad when you're in fucking Iraq. That's not a joke. In 2000, in 2007, they're about to send me out again. Now it's for a 13er. I'm not gonna do 13. Like, it's a prison sentence, dude.
Like a 13-month?
Yeah. Not gonna do it.
Just glad it wasn't 13 years. Shit.
Shut up, Isaac.
That's
That's
what
what this is. 13 years from then.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was like, I love my kid. Let's try something else. And since I'm gonna just reach for the stars, and that's what I did. And I was like, well, we got to have a radio station. You bring on artists, and and be the color commentator in between. And so that's we started cultivating this scene in Ventura. Like from 2000, 2008. I mean, everyone that's been a part of it in 805 that's come through this fucking area that we're at, they know it is fun.
And it seems like everybody in the community know about you and are kind of like been tapped in with you at some point.
Yeah.
They've came up, which is cool. Like that's what we're trying to be, is like a go-to spot in the community that you kind of have to go to be validated. You know, like
Yeah.
somebody know, like if they see us here, they know we official because we here.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody on our podcast, they know they're official artists because we kind of given them that cosign. So it's dope that you built that. Like I was saying, seeing all these issues here, like for us being new guys, our second issue that we have out.
Yeah, we
wherever
have
it is.
2 and we think it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Dope.
insane to me to like just see that, you know?
That right there is
It's a lot of work.
it's
Yeah, a lot of time.
on some real shit, dude. The number one thing is just be consistent. Like if you're consistent, like I would always tell, I used to preach this to you.
Yeah.
So we're doing it every fucking week. Christmas, I don't give a fuck. It's every week. Anytime, I don't care if it's New Year's, your birthday, someone died, you're doing it. You're doing you're doing the fucking podcast on Friday. And if you didn't show up, we had this thing called the wheel. You spin the wheel, and there's things on there like
Kendo
get
stick?
tasered, fucking mace to the face,
Getting kendo sticked.
getting a kendo stick to the back,
Cattle prod.
I'd be
a
down.
cattle prod. We used to have blow dart guns, like inside your ass, man.
I'm looking over at Pam right now. She's like, "Oh fuck, I've
Eat
got a
dog-
wheel spin to look forward
Eat
to."
dog food. It's not a joke. Like
Eat
if
Tim's
you
pubes.
you eat my pubes. This guy ate my pubes.
Tell him about the
My dick hairs.
It's like
Yeah.
Jackass podcast.
Oh, it's
It was
something.
it was quite a time, man.
This guy had to drink a whole gallon of milk in 5 minutes,
Oh god, I forgot about
and
that.
he threw up all outside the Ventura Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Luann. It was before I loved you.
That
we
was
gotta-
gnarly. That was gnarly. Oof.
Um,
We had the Weed Olympics.
oh yeah, we had the Hood Olympics. Is what we called it.
Oh, well, it was pretty. Yeah, true.
So like one of them is like how fast can you roll a joint, and then if you win, first, second, third gets a 5, 3, and 1, and then the next one is who can smoke that joint the fastest. 5, 4, or 5, 3, and 1. It's all, and then at the end of it, like it was a street foot race. because like in the hood that if you're in the hood, you're gonna have to run from either cops or other gang members, and it's running there and back. There's 2 people that are tied for first. The one guy is fast as fuck. He ran all the way.
Okay, there's a black guy and a Mexican. That's what he was trying to say.
And he ran all the way, and he just had his hands up, and it was and back. And
I had to
lost
run
the race
over there. I go, it's running back, and he's just like, oh man,
because they're so fucked up. And so I mean, that's the things we used to be by the theater. That's where our studio used to be. Mm-hmm. So, like, these are the things that we would do to get the attention of the masses. Like, just do something wild that no one sees.
You fandangled the crowd.
Oh, so anyways, basically, back to
Sorry, there's so much stuff. I'm so sorry.
Basically, what I'm saying is consistency, dude. Because you can be shitty, but if you're inconsistent, there's no changing that. Yeah. You can be shitty and consistent until you grow into it. And that's what we were. We were shitty for a long time.
We're still shitty. What are you talking about?
No. I mean, we're like a different shade of shitty.
Yeah, we used to be dark brown. Now we're like moving into like the green. Yeah.
Is there a color scale for that one too?
Like, oh shit. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it after.
Okay. Right.
So then we ended up. So we just did a podcast, and we got picked up because we were so crazy by something called Buzz Radio. So Buzz Radio is internet radio station. They're like, they were local, and then we started doing the music awards. Yep. And so after the music awards, we were just like, all right, we're doing the podcast and the music awards. So yeah, we got that shit going. Then we absorbed No Cover.
Gotcha.
So I mean, that's the chain of events that got there. And now with the No Cover, it has to be consistent. It's so much work. This next issue, I interviewed every single person in there. I wrote every single article in there. I fucking I made all the contacts in there, and we have a person that is putting it together.
Graphic designer. Yeah. That's literally him. Like the first one that I was in, he interviewed us, wrote it, funded it, everything, by himself. And then now we finally like have more help, so we can make them happen.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand
grind,
that.
bro.
It is.
Yeah, you know it too.
Because it's emotional. If you're, I don't know about you. I'm gonna say you're gonna find out real fast if you're shitty, bro. For me, it's emotional for me because I'm writing these and I'm emotionally driven in it. So after I do one like article, I'm like, fuck. I don't have the emotional energy to love somebody else right now. Like, fuck these other guys for a second, and I maybe go for a walk or something, or go to the gym, or actually do my job at my job. So
no, that
actually
is
put
true,
the time in for your work.
Because you got to get like emotionally invested into it in order to do it. Like it takes hundreds of hours to put one of these magazines together, and these are people that don't have just a Wikipedia that you can just go and steal stuff from and call it a day. Like you have to actually make the actual pages create out of nothing, and it requires a lot of dedication.
Another thing I think about too is like, I know I'm older than you. When I was a kid, I liked to read Mad Magazine. And I remember what I'm thinking of is, what is a magazine I held most in my hand when I was a kid?
Hustler.
Well, Plan B would be Mad Magazine.
Oh.
And I tried, because Mad Magazine would have things in there that's so, like the folding of the page at the back, or, crossword puzzle of some sort. So that's another thing I think of, like, oh, fuck, how can I make... Because I know for a fact when I give out these fucking magazines, 90% of people aren't reading my shit. You know what I mean? And the 10% that are like reading, I would assume, you know what I mean? Because I see people skim through it and then probably just going home. So...
Same here. I know that vibe.
Okay, thank God.
I
don't.
Nerds.
People that just read the fuck out of that though. Like we were just taking a call with like a new client on a new project of ours, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a chance to read both magazines front to back." Wow. Like imagine how good that feels for him.
Oh, yeah.
Know that it was her. Same
Yeah.
thing with music for me. Like when somebody says that they listen through it, they like quote a lyric of mine. Like, oh wow, you're really listening. You know, you're really paying attention. Goes a long way.
That's dope.
And even just like when I'm sure you do the same thing. Like when you're writing this, when it's just day after day after day, it's like even if one motherfucking person reads this shit,
Yes.
at
That's
least
all
it's
that
gonna be
matters.
worth it. Yeah, like just one person read this thing.
The other thing I really get like hopped up on is like being able to learn the art of interview. It's always been something for me that's been every time I think I'm the man, I find out I'm not shit. So it's constantly fucking Dogecoin, dude. So it's always up and down. And it's tough, you know what I mean? Like asking too much, being engaging, like being upbeat, being knowledgeable, it's tough too.
It's a lot to balance. Definitely, just takes the preparation, and I think it's just like I definitely try when I'm doing interviews and stuff. Try not to get like too hard on myself. Definitely be critical, but just try to find trying to find a groove and know like the most impactful interviewers of all time, like Howard Stern, for example. They're not great interviewers because they did X, Y, and Z from the journalism textbook. Like it's just their personality, you know. So that's what I always think is like just try to find my own personality in the interview.
Yeah, and it's hard when like I have a metal guy, because metal guys are like ask me a question as an interview.
So Tim, how was the army, man?
No, about my music. Like, I'm in a metal band.
All right.
Tim's in a metal band right now.
This is
So
fantasy come true.
what was the first tour like?
It's pretty good. It's pretty rock and roll.
That
Like
happens.
they were like really like boom, boom. I'm like, bitch, we gonna have a conversation or what?
Just like 2-word answers.
It's real like short answers, and those metal guys, they don't fuck around, man. They want to go back to drinking.
And fucking. Hey, I have a quick question. So how did you get into hip hop? Because I mean, not to be called the book of cover or whatever that phrase goes, but you don't really look hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You look like you could be alternative. So like, where did the love of hip hop come from?
Dude, it's all right. So honestly, I don't even know if I've ever told this story. I might get roasted for this. But
Let's go.
This is the place to do it.
My entire life, I was only into like rock music. Like hated other kinds of music for some reason. Like had this weird vibe against rap music, all this stuff. I just like same bands, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC. That's all I'd ever listened to.
Phil Jr.
Then
Phil,
Yeah.
my dad.
is that your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there.
Then basically, honestly, like around like 2018, 2019, after just neglecting this whole genre, all these different genres, I go to. Do you guys know who Kyle Kuzma is?
Yeah,
On
Yeah.
The Lakers.
the
Yeah,
Lakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I go to a Kyle Kuzma meet and greet in LA, and he has aux, and he's like blasting music, and it's just like Lil Pump and just like new, ridiculous, crazy trap music, and it just like hit me all of a sudden that this is like super hype. Like what I liked about rock music, like AC/DC, is that it's just hype and fun and nice to listen to. It's just awesome. And that's just what I thought about rap. And then like literally from that day, I just like started peeling back the layers. Like, oh my God, all these different rappers. I had no idea. This history of hip hop, so beautiful. That's really what got me into hip hop music.
Damn,
Pretty
dude.
recent, like 2 years ago.
Welcome as a fellow hip hop. Because that's dope, dude. That's a badass story. It's a badass story.
How did
Kyle
you get into
Kuzma.
it?
Man, so kind of similar, but a little bit further back.
Kobe Bryant.
I grew up playing guitar, and so I was into like all the classic rock too, Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and shit like that. And then around like 14, I just like got into hip hop. It's kind of around the time I started smoking weed, just fucking around with the homies, freestyling, and it just interested me. So I traded in my guitars and everything, and then got like a microphone and became a rapper and like started engineering myself and making records. And it was terrible, like going back to what you were saying about just being consistent, but maybe you're not the best, you know. I definitely was not the best at first, but I was consistent, putting out music. I was in high school handing out CDs, doing little rap battles, shows, everything. So I just years and years of developing and shit like that. And I got super into it. Like it just bit me, the hip hop bug. You know, I found like Biggie and Tupac and just all the classics. You know, Wu-Tang. Fell really in love with like New York stuff, Big L and Gangstar and Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Like really like real hip hop. You
Yeah.
know? So, yeah. And then now I'm a lot more into like West Coast and kind of keeping up with the current scene just because I'm in it more. So,
It's a trip that they call those classics. You know what I mean? Because not so long ago when we were growing up, those were the hits. And now they're classics. I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, I know. For
Check.
me,
Yeah.
like those
Getting
are the
older.
ones.
For me,
like,
it was.
Gray hairs.
you know, hey, don't even talk about it. But nah, it's crazy. You know, it's for other people like Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane and KRS One and people like that too, right? And I know a little bit
You know
about that
KRS
stuff.
One's out here?
In the 805.
Yeah.
Really?
His mom lives out here.
I didn't know that as a player. But yeah, like I know a
I
little
ran
bit
into
about
him
that.
over there at Vaughn's.
Really?
In on Ventura, what is that called?
The C word one?
No. It's in Oxnard on Ventura. What is that? Fucking Victoria.
Oh, Victoria. Yeah.
Yep.
Across the street from McDonald's.
Yep.
McDonald's.
Seabridge. KRS One. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy as
McDonald's.
fuck. KRS is a legend.
He's small.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looks like really big.
He was,
First time I saw him, I was like, "You're not as tall as I thought."
and he's
Sucker.
thin.
Disappointed.
I didn't expect
He
him
said
to be
suck at
as
the end, too.
thin as well.
Yeah, I
He's
thought
very
he was, like,
thin.
this bigger
You
dude.
get the
But-
impression from like the videos and shit.
That he's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, grandmaster. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's straight up saying he
That
could take
aura.
and then he said sucker at him.
I could have probably fucked
Literally
him
a
up.
rap battle.
He said nah. Hey, you not white, but you know not that not not white.
Have anything to do with KRS will fucking murder you. dog.
Probably.
No doubt.
If me and him were just like rough wrestling, I'll get him.
Pillow fighting?
Yes.
Pillow fight. You'll beat him in a pillow fight
He
though.
might hurt you just fucking around.
I don't think so.
Nah, give him 2 pillows and see who wins.
All right.
You ain't never fucking fought nobody from the project.
One of the. Are you from the projects? Because I'll make you my number one.
You know,
Oh,
Jello fight.
Hold on. We'll settle this when our guests leave,
fucking bring
sir.
it on.
You guys
When
could set
you-
up like a wrestling
Yeah,
ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll call it the Timagon.
the Timagon.
The Timagon. I like it. 2 men in, 1 man out.
Or or a couple out. I don't know. Or one marriage out. I don't know.
Oh.
That's
All right.
Only,
So, one, like, we live in the thing is right now in this society, it's easiest right now for us to make our dreams come true than ever. But the one thing that holds us back is us, because we are always feeling we're in competition with the social media. You know what I mean? Like, this person, like, oh, fuck. Oh, and like, if there's somebody listening at home right now, it is okay to be shitty. To start and be shitty. I'm not saying you're shitty, dude. But you're like, we have to start from the bottom, because it is like Space Mountain might be a fucking 3-hour line. But guess what? It's always going to be 3 hours unless you step foot in the line. You have to start from the back and work your way up to the front. And that's the only way to do it.
well,
It's
not if you have the
only-
speed pass though.
Well, the speed
You can
pass,
get that fast pass.
the speed pass,
Wow,
the fast pass would end up being
Shorter. Right?
if your shit just blows up viral.
Or if you know someone, right?
Yeah, or if
you come on
I
No
was
Cover
just being
TV,
devil's
you
advocate,
know?
bro. She's
I was thinking the speed
like
pass was cocaine.
he's been to Disneyland. He could tell you about the speed pass.
Like fucking Rishi, dude. Shut up.
All right, this isn't about Disneyland.
Like
Okay.
I think a lot of people, think that they might just be lucky enough to become one of those people that meets the right person that helps them get there faster, or has that hit song that blows them up overnight. Well, what people don't know is you don't even want that, because then you get all the way up there and you don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You get real money for the first time. You're unorganized. You're unprepared. X, Y, and Z. When you take the grassroots, you build. You're prepared. You're just in the situation. You're in it for the longevity.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, you grow into it.
A lot of people want to play the lottery, the
Yeah.
musical lottery. Like, they think that one song is gonna nah. Man, if you're not meeting together every week, you're not writing all the time, if you're not fucking doing it, no matter what, posting something social media wise about your journey, even if it's just, this is our journey, you know what I mean? It's not gonna happen.
And like something I always think is like when we get big, I don't want a single fucking person in the 805 to not know who we are. Like, I want to dominate the local scene, start small and spread out. Like, I don't want to just like have some weird thing that blows us up. I mean, that would be awesome, but having that happen, like I don't want people like this to be like, oh, what even is Underground Magazine? They're from Ventura County. What? I've never heard of this. What's happening? I want to lay down all our shit here first before we advance and get to bigger levels, you know?
Yeah.
That happened to Roxanne. Roxanne, she just like one day someone told her to lay out some tracks, and she did, and she like became very famous from just laying some tracks in a single apartment. And then she actually rap battled KRS-One, and she called them she said that his name sounded like a radio station.
You didn't know Kid Pam was a hip hop head, did you?
I like old school hip hop.
Yeah.
I like old school hip
But
hop.
I just want to say that is the exception, is not the rule. And if you are coming into the game thinking that you're going to hit the lottery, 99.9% chance you're not. And I know there's people out there saying, well, I'm that 1.1%. Or you can just grind. That's it. Just work every fucking day. Work your ass off. Try to build contacts. Try to, because for the longest time, you're going to have to be working at a deficit. You know what I mean? Like to work at a deficit, financially, and there's a lot of times in business where you have to give and not get shit back. You know what I mean? I see him a lot of, like this guy right here. I see myself in. I see you in me.
Hell
I see
yeah.
myself in you.
No homo. No homo.
No, yeah.
Is this what I'm gonna fucking look like?
Yeah, we just.
This is what I'm looking like soon. I
Dude,
guess.
Bollywood.
What does that have to do with what you just said?
No, he said that's what I'm gonna look like.
Do I have to wear that shirt?
Yeah,
no,
the
no,
Bollywood
no.
shirt.
No, just be you. Don't be him. That works for him because he's a little.
Because I feel the fire on you. Where does that fire come from?
Dude,
Did you get fucked with or what?
the fire.
Where did your
the
fire come from?
bro.
Fire.
Yeah.
I guess I would say, bro. And I like your laptop right there because that leads into it. Kobe, man, of course. The
Oh, I thought you
inspiration-
were gonna say Buffalo Bills. He's
Oh,
like,
no,
what is
not
it?
Bills Mafia. No, Kobe. Like,
He'll marry you right now if you would have said Buffalo Bills.
No, Isaac, stop ganging me out, dude.
It's okay.
No one said any of
I'm
that,
not the
dude.
one saying this. He's got this. Okay, I should let him just speak for himself.
Hey, please. I'm fucking the bitch. You're holding the camera, okay?
Okay.
like anyone who fucks with Kobe knows the Mamba mentality grind. I got it tatted on my lip right here.
Oh no shit.
Damn.
It's Kobe is like fucking the inspiration for me starting this magazine and just doing it every day and just getting up early, answering just every little tiny part that goes into this that sometimes you don't want to do. Just do it because you have to fucking do it. And like this magazine, we had our first one drop. It dropped 9 days before Kobe died, and that fucking just like
Damn.
just sparked like another burst. Just like keep it fucking going and just do it. And I would say to answer the question, I guess the fire comes from Kobe.
I always quote Kobe to you, huh?
Yeah,
Ice.
you always be sending me stuff.
I do. I
most-
get
it's so good,
anytime
right?
anybody on our team like
Do you send Adrian
drops
that?
a ball, I always
You send Kobe stuff to Adrian?
I just tell her Kobe quotes.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Kobe
'cause
quotes are the best.
you have to. That's it, man. That is. He is how I model my work ethic after. He's just a
Exactly.
man.
It's really it's the best person to model your work ethic after, I think. Just because it's a physical grind, it's a mental grind. Even us, like even though we're making magazines is not very physical, it still requires you to like get up. That's a physical thing. Just to go on walks. Like there are physical things involved with it when you just want to sleep and do nothing. You have to be active, your brain is very active. And it's just like
when you're writing, do you write in like, just for instance, I have this open in front of me, right? I started my middle paragraph before I did my top or bottom.
to me, like it really just depends on what I'm writing, because like usually by the time I leave the interview I just know like, all right, I want to do it like this and this and this, so it kind of differs.
Do
It
you like
depends.
say the story in your head?
Yeah, like say
Yeah,
the
yeah.
story. Like if I was just a big thing, like that, it took me a long time to realize that like journalism school never really got to me. It was doing all the underground stuff when I really started feeling like a fluid writer. Was if I was just explaining this topic or this artist to somebody that's never heard of them, just where would I start? Like how would I start explaining Pofsky to somebody who's never heard of Pofsky?
Yeah.
And I feel like then just jotting down like a general outline, just doing it.
I write in like pieces because I know somewhat of what I want to say, but like even like the first two sentences, like sometimes when I started off, like I don't know how I really want to start it, so I'm just gonna start from this part. And I just write in so many different like. So I started this one. Okay, I'll read it. This is from a band called Whole Damn Mess, right? This is the first thing because this is the only thing I knew I wanted to say. When I first heard this song, Nothing in the World Feels Better, I was forced to look internally and go through all my highlights in life, from birth of my children to youth football games to kids running to my arms when I came home from work, even professionally with accomplishments with our magazine. I got nostalgic. This put me, see, look, I just started, that's what I knew I wanted to say. That's where I wanted to go down the road of trying to have a personal story to reflect on. So I just started with that, and then I just like wrote. There's like 6 paragraphs in here, but I mean that's
honestly usually like you end up changing it and moving it around and shit, right? Especially when you want to fit on the magazine, then you go with like I'm sure it's a similar process. You're sitting down, oh, this thing is like too many words or like doesn't really fit well, or whatever. You got to switch paragraphs over and shit like that. It's like a real art making an article. Like most people don't realize that or see behind the scenes on it, but it like. In order to get like just this down on the freaking page, like takes like probably a lot of switching around and changing.
Are you guys gonna start doing shows now? Is that the hope?
We did one like low key a couple months ago.
We actually did do a COVID show. We did a little COVID show to release the second magazine. But yeah, once.
Oh, I did. I saw that.
Kind of like a private event.
Yeah,
you know, masks, and we did temperature checks and waiver security. It was like super professional still.
But once this shit's over and we can fucking do big shows again, we're gonna start trying to run it up because like we were hitting a good. It is coming. It is coming. Like we were in January 2020 is when we did our first ever show. It was crazy. We had the most people we've ever had at a show there.
Sold out Lion City, the little venue over there on Main Street.
Then we did it again in March. People. March 13th is when we did our second show. So it was like COVID was
that
like
Friday.
Kind of that Friday.
Yeah. It stopped actually that Thursday.
Yep.
But you guys were assholes and did it on that Friday. It's like, you got to.
Like, I was in the store and he was calling me like, should we even do this? So,
yeah, like, are we even doing this thing? Honestly, we left it up to the artists, and they were just like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, I wish that Stefan would have fucking kept fits and tantrums on that night, but fuck me, right, Stefan?
Yeah, I think you're gonna come down with the kids. I'm like, let's shut that shit down.
But it's funny because like at that point, it's like March 13th. It's like 6 cases in Ventura County. Like, so funny to think about now. It's like,
and then there's like thousands, and we're like,
no one cares.
We
anymore.
have to
fucking
wear
lift the stay-at-home order. It's fine.
Yeah, but when there's like 6, where you're just like,
we
so
shut it
tripped
down.
out.
I ended up catching that shit. Did I tell you?
Oh, you got COVID?
Yeah,
Twice, probably.
Twice?
Yeah.
Really?
That's just awesome.
How far in between each
1
time?
year exactly, maybe
Really?
by 1 or 2 days.
Wow.
Like you got
That's
it like
weird.
early on,
Yep.
like in like March or April. Like,
No, I got it in January,
okay, yeah, got
and
it.
then I got it in January.
Before it's popular.
Yeah,
2019
before it was
January, 2020 January. No, 2020 January, 2021
cool.
January.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, it's a trendsetter
Right
there.
there. They don't call him the Godfather for no reason.
I was in Miami in like February of 2020.
You were?
And, yeah, and the homie's mom was like giving us shit to take back on the plane, like hand sanitizers and shit. Like, yo, be careful, watch out for the virus. We were just kind of just like, whatever.
Are you the area from the area?
Yeah, I'm
originally?
from the area. Yeah, we just went out to Miami.
What's your
real quick.
nationality?
I'm Israeli and Russian.
No shit, I
Yeah.
fucking knew it, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Fire. My dentist today just asked me, yo, does anyone ever know you're Israeli? Like, nah, not really ever.
Man,
People
dude,
just ask me what I am all the time.
bro, I go on like Pornhub, look up Israeli women, dude.
That's how he knew you were.
Fuck, I
That's how
love
he
Israeli
knew.
women.
That's how he knew
You
he
can
called
tell.
it.
They're thick, huh? Those women.
Yeah,
They're
Israeli
fucking thick
women
as
are fire.
fuck.
I haven't been out to Israel yet.
You need to go get yourself
but
one.
I don't know if you know they do like something called birthright, where if you're Jewish, you can go to Israel for free.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, flight and like stay. out
No
there
shit.
free.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's like a 2-week program.
That's
You
fucking
better
dope.
get on that.
I know.
You
have until
should.
you're like
Jesus
25 or
pays for it.
26.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay,
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You
You
gotta
better
do
get
it.
getting.
Why? I mean,
Yeah,
do you have to?
I'm going to. I really want to like tour out there though. You know.
There's a girl, or you have to do. I met a girl from there. This is why how I'm all like sprung on them, like, and she was in the military, like the Israeli military. She said that she had to join that as soon as she was.
Yeah, that's law.
It's like a
At
mandatory
18,
2 years or
yeah,
something.
at 18 you have to go to the army.
And she was like 23.
My
She's
grandpa
so
went
hot,
and
man. So man, I should look her up.
Wait, are you married, bro?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, you are. Okay.
It's not like he's gonna do nothing. He just wants to see where she's at.
I'm just gonna masturbate to her or something.
Porno, bro.
I know it's
just
just
porno.
porno.
It's
Yeah.
only her
Israeli
fans
army
only page. You know
porno.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Israeli.
No, I'm not looking up Israeli army porn, dude.
Oh, I
just,
am now when I get home.
it's just
now I'm
Israeli
looking now.
Israeli
Hey,
women.
I wasn't, but tonight, guess what? Get ready, Pornhub.
It's happening.
I'm always.
You're welcome. No cover. No cover
trans-
audience. You're welcome.
Trend setting.
No cover
If you
after
ain't watching
dark.
fucking Israeli army porn, you're fucking
Yeah, if
up
you're not
right now, son.
getting COVID twice in 2 years and watching Israeli army porn,
What
are
kind of
you
life
even
are you living?
alive?
Yeah, what life are you living right now?
Probably not.
all right.
He fucking knew it.
What is in the next 2 months look like for y'all?
Man.
All right, so the next 2 months is really finishing our issue 3. So that's our next one that we have the artist, we've done the photo shoots. Right now, me and the other journalist, Alina, we're in the process of doing all the interviews, writing this thing, graphic design, everything, get this done. And we want to have this magazine out early summer, mid-May type vibe. And kind of at the same time, we're organizing issue 4, which is going to be our Vegas issue.
So that's
And-
kind of my project right now while he's working on that. So I'm like finding artists in Las Vegas. I have people in Vegas that are like brand ambassadors for us, helping us, get
You
the
know
artists
Mark?
out there. No.
Mark Ford?
Oh yeah, we know Mark.
He was in Vegas for a while. He's probably got some connections.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Okay.
Andrew's tapped in with him. He's interviewed him before. I fuck with Mark's music too.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, for sure he is.
I
Yeah.
think he's having something drop this week, right? The 28th or something.
I'm not sure.
I think he is actually, yeah.
Yep.
Fire. But yeah, we should tap in with him. And yeah, we're just working crazy on Las Vegas stuff. Like we're doing a whole magazine issue 4 out there. Like gonna go out there do a show in August sometime. So
Dope.
just going crazy on that. And sooner than later, we're gonna have a new cover drop on Instagram. You guys will see our issue 3, before the magazine actually comes out. So
Oh, so you're not telling who's on the cover? It's like a.
we can't really like say yet who's on it, but like
It's a secret. It's
a
secret.
mix. Like we were saying earlier, it's not all 805 people. Some LA, some Valley, some 805. It's gonna be like all new everything, new designs, new colors, new vibes.
Fucking A, dude.
It's coming. And
I
then,
really, in my heart, I'm rooting for you guys. I really
you,
want
Thank you, man.
whatever your dream is. That's what I want for you guys. If you ever, we've been down the road a couple times, and we're here for you. So I mean, if you're feeling you might be making a mistake, don't ever hesitate to give me a call. I'm more than willing to give you any piece of advice I might have. Or point you in the right direction of who will know what to. I am very tapped into the community, and so if you need something, we can make it happen. Okay.
awesome.
yeah,
thank you so much.
And then
Really.
we will. I'm gonna send a writer to you guys, and then we'll put you in the mag.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
That'd be
that.
awesome.
Yeah, and we
Thank
would
you.
love your help on like a ton of things. Like we were saying on that first phone call, which you you've been doing this for so long. There's a lot of things that we could definitely use some insight on. and
Bug
stuff.
the fuck out of me, man.
For sure.
I want to pick up my phone and say these fucking assholes again, like catch,
Bet.
like because there's so like a slew of fucking bad decisions I've made in my entire life that I would love to like save you guys some years, fucking up on that like I did. I mean, I'm a special kind of stupid though, so that might just been coincidental. You feel me?
I mean, we're all going through shit constantly, so I'm sure something that you've gone through can apply to us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's questions that we're going to have that come up that we can talk to you about. And also, I think we have a lot of cool collab ideas that maybe we could run up with you.
Let's roll.
So let's get it popping. It's like some real 805 shit. Like we are trying to expand and do more than just 805. But like he said, we're trying to take over the city and, what I'm saying, while still making good connections like with people like yourself who've been taking over the city already. Like we're not trying to come in and swoop it for nobody. Just partner up with everybody. Keep rocking.
This is a community, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's a
saying.
community.
Do you know
Madlib?
Madlib?
It doesn't have to be like one person's thing. Everyone can eat,
Do you know who Madlib is?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. We should
course.
reach out to him. He's from here.
That would be
I
major.
know he just dropped a song today too. Actually,
Or
Drop
Ono.
something.
You know Ono, right?
I don't know. Oh no.
No.
What? That's Madlib's brother. Oh no.
That's Madlib's brother. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's from the area
Fire.
too. That dude, didn't he just? He was in the studio. Remember that when he came down?
Yeah, I think wasn't the Mad Lib thing you're talking about, wasn't that like a memorial for Doom or something?
That song?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought I heard something along those, because they were tight.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure, Ted.
MF Doom.
Yeah, R.I.P.
yeah, that
For real.
that guy's Chino's out here too. Chino XL.
Yeah.
You guys connected?
We're not connected, but I definitely
Okay.
know about him.
Okay. And Chuck D used to be out here. He used to. That guy gave me a lot of advice too.
That's a big boy talk.
He was in the studio, man.
For real. That's major.
The biggest piece of advice that Chuck D ever gave me was this: that he says, I know that there's something special going on in the scene, but every scene has windows. If you're not gonna strike within the window, it's gonna close, and you have to start all over again. So that's always stuck with me in the back of my head. The reason why it resonated with me because I saw it, and we were right in the middle of another opening. There's always these openings, and right now there's an opening.
For sure.
There is an opening.
For sure. I feel like we're really, helping open that door right now for the community partially.
Yeah.
We're coming in as this nice new platform and just adding to people thriving in the community, And yeah, I agree. You got to look out for those windows of opportunity and jump in as you can and always be ready. Like, I actually got the opportunity to interview somebody named Chris O'Bannon, who's like a bigger artist from LA that I'm working with on some music and stuff too. And he works with a lot of big people in the city. Somebody named Blast, who's coming up pretty well right now, he gave him some advice saying that you just need to be prepared for anything. That when your time comes, if you're prepared, you will just soar,
And don't get comfortable. That's another thing.
Yeah,
If you don't have kids right now, don't.
yeah.
Because-
no kids,
fuck
either of
that,
us.
no.
Yeah, try not to, man. Because one of the things, the reason why we couldn't do certain things is because to do those things, I would have to be in LA fucking all week. Constantly back and forth at nighttime. It's constantly meeting with people. And you can't do that when you have kids. Or you could, but you can be that dad too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm really trying to get a lot done before I have a family because, like, I take that very seriously.
Yeah,
I want to have a
you
family and, like, a wife and kids and do the whole thing. Like, do it the right way, Like, in my early 30s and shit. I feel like I have plenty of time
That's-
before then to, like, get it cracking. And
You
it's
got
not
it.
even about getting famous or getting rich, per se, but it's about having that comfortability, flexibility, stability.
Yeah, the financial stability.
Yeah, and experiencing a bunch before then too. I want to travel and tour and like do so many tours that I'm like, all right, I want to chill at home and can do that and then go on tour for a year and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. My life has a funny way with timing. It's always seemed to work out perfect on everything. So I just stay grinding and everything will kind of work out in perfect timing is how I feel.
Fucking I do.
Facts.
All right. Well, guys, where can people find you if they're looking to follow you?
All right, well, undergroundmag.com. That's our newly launched website. But Underground, it's spelled a little different. It's UNDRG.
UNDRGRND mag.com.
He's got it
Underground.
down more. And then we got our Instagram, Underground Magazine. Those are really the best two places to hit us up and just see what we're doing every day and just keep up to date with the grind.
Mm-hmm.
And see all the artists. That's obviously what this is about too, is the artists that we're pushing, that we work with, are dope fucking artists out here in the 805, in your backyard, making sick music.
Facts. And I would be one of those artists. I go by the name of Pofsky, Pofsky. That's my real last name for anybody that didn't know. And yeah, you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, or anything like that. My most recent single called Roll Up is doing well. It's almost at 40K right now, which is cool. So we're trying to keep running that up. I got a new single coming with Chris O'Bannon soon. So it's on. And find me on Instagram at TrapPofsky, TrapPofsky. And
My
thanks so
man.
much.
Dude, I appreciate you guys so much. And
Thank you.
I'm very grateful for you guys to be here. All right, man. Check these guys out. We'll be right back with Oh no,
Is it
it's
time?
you guys.
Is it time?
Yeah, it's you guys.
Okay.
I mean, Kenny might be cutting in.
No.
It's gonna be a game time decision.
All right, we'll be back.